on TMZ.
Okay, I am puzzled by this. Why is Lauren Sanchez Bezos going out to dinner with Brooks Nader? I don't see that connection between the two of them.
You don't get why Lauren Sanchez would hang out with her? Because look at me and my young friend. It's very symbiotic.
Just because you're older doesn't mean you can't be friends with that person.
Charles goes to like some people's weddings here and they're a lot younger.
And we call that sad. Yeah.
Kesha is getting on the salmon sperm train.
Your skin is gorgeous.
I can thank the salmon sperm.
Apparently, this was a thing in Korea.
Does it work?
I'm actually going to Korea next week, so I could get it done.
You don't need that. We should send somebody who needs it.
Who's that?
Uh-oh. Who?
What?
Is he looking at you or me? I can't tell.
Who did you look at?
You're the oldest guy in the room. Who the hell are you looking at?
Kim Kardashian. She walked the Balenciaga runway. She looked like she was so nervous, awkwardly taking one step forward.
Right before you walk the runway, they'll tell you the mood. I'm sure it was something like, pretend you're in love, think about your lover.
What if they said, think of Kanye? She walks like this.
Oh, Kanye would goose step all the way down the runway.
Sophie Turner is addressing a very controversial topic, the sex scenes on Game of Thrones.
I definitely got my sex education from that show.
She's kind of saying, I learned a lot.
But that's not the way to learn.
What's the way to learn? How did you guys learn about sex?
We learned from the internet.
So what did people do before?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Trial and error.
TMZ Pop Quiz. What do you get when Leonardo DiCaprio, Lauren Sanchez, and Brooks Nader go to a hot Parisian restaurant?
Boobs.
The answer is actually dinner, but yeah, there were definitely some boobs out too.
They went to a French restaurant called La Pihouse, and apparently a very popular restaurant, but all the paparazzi were there, like it was a total scene. Brooks Nader is the MVP of the year. This girl is getting invited to every single hot event.
You gotta give her flowers.
Yeah, she's been everywhere. The Bezos wedding, Wimbledon, and now out in Paris with her bestie Lauren.
Explain the relationship that Lauren Sanchez has with Brooks.
They have known each other for years.
Right. Explain.
Why? Because of their age difference?
Just because you're like 20 years older doesn't mean you can't be friends with that person.
Also, Lauren Sanchez is 55 in age, but like personality, she's 28. She goes out on yachts and parties, and she is a 28-year-old. They're a lot alike.
But also, like, Charles goes to, like, some people's weddings here, and they're a lot younger.
And we call that sad, yeah.
Hey, someone has to hit on the grandmother of the bride. Anyway, back to this dinner, or as some people call it,
It's boobs on parade in Paris.
How do you go to dinner like this with just your boobs out? I really don't get that.
Look at Devin clutching his pearls.
No, I just don't want to look at nipple while you're eating dinner.
Oh, cover this up,
It's-
right, Devin?
Devin's like, I won't stand for it. Absolutely not at my dinner.
bet there were no complaints from Leo. Bon appetit, everybody!
Kim Kardashian. She walked the Balenciaga runway, and it was something. It was probably the worst catwalk I've ever seen. She looked like she was so nervous and just awkwardly taking one step forward.
I mean, how different are catwalks?
They're really different because Naomi Campbell goes right after her, and you're like, this is how you should walk a catwalk. This is, like, look at her.
She's a professional model. She's walking straight.
No, look at this walk compared to Kim.
Hang on, Naomi Campbell is a supermodel.
It is so different.
Oh, so what? She's not a supermodel. She's a reality star.
She's not a model, but don't do it
And
then.
also, right before you walk the runway for a fashion show, they'll tell you the mood.
Oh, here we
so
go.
sometimes it's like they want you fast, angry, upset. Naomi is known for a fierce, fast walk.
But are you saying she's doing a terrible job?
No,
or just
no,
not?
I'm saying that was the mood. I'm sure it was something like, be slow and graceful, pretend you're in love, think about your lover, like something like
What if
that.
they said, think of Kanye? She walks like this.
Oh, Kanye would goose step all the way down the runway. Do the Ava
And now Orlando Bloom takes a dump of photos and posts them on Insta from his recent yacht trip with his ex, Katy Perry, their daughter Daisy, and his son Flynn. And he also posted this pic as well, so yeah, dumps all around.
Orlando posted some photos from their recent trip to the Amalfi Coast
with their kids on their yacht with Jeff and Lauren Sanchez.
Jeff Sanchez, huh? We're sure he loves that.
Well, what's interesting is that he posted and included Katy in the photos.
Why wouldn't you do that? If you're doing it for the kids, you want to show that they're still a family.
It's too lovey-dovey for such a fresh split. You should wait a period of time.
What if it's amicable, Derek? Did you ever hear the song, It's Too Late?
Yes.
So that's not about two people who hate each other. It's two people who realize it's just over.
That song came out in 1971. Can you give us a more modern reference?
I can't make you love me if you don't.
Not helping your cause. Point is, not every breakup has to be acrimonious.
They may be okay with each other. It's just kind of over.
I think any relationship goes bad when he's around Sydney Sweeney.
He was already single.
Does not matter. She does not like that.
I can't even believe she can bear to look at his face after those Sydney Sweeney pictures.
He's really hot.
And that's enough for us. So, good on you, Orlando and Katy, for co-parenting like pros. And thank you, Song Lyrics, for always coming in handy.
Harvey, let me see that thong.
Okay, the DJ session is officially over. Arrivederci, Katy and Orlando.
Or like salmon DNA in your face. Haven't done that.
Oh,
one
I
yet
put the
either.
salmon DNA in my face.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
Kesha is getting on the salmon sperm train. Kesha told this to Monica Lewinsky on her podcast, Reclaiming.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Did you like it? Well, your skin is gorgeous.
Thank you. I can thank the salmon sperm.
Okay.
Apparently, this was like a thing in Korea. You know, Korea's skincare and beauty is like the top of the food chain.
Yeah, does it work?
I'm actually going to Korea next week so I could get it done and I can expense it.
You don't need that.
Yes. Thanks, Harvey.
We should send somebody who needs it.
Who's that?
Uh-oh, who?
What?
Is he looking at you or me? I can't tell.
Who did you look at?
You're the oldest guy in the room. Who the hell are you looking at?
And you have a red eye. Like, who do you think you are?
Like, that wasn't salmon sperm. that was the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah! Ballin' real estate.
Stop. Today on a very special episode of Ballin' Real Estate, we talk to Andy Cohen about
Not having your apartment anymore.
Right. Aw. But don't worry, it's a happy story, because dude just sold the place for $10.5 million.
It's a 3,500 square foot apartment, 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath.
Bathrooms, bedrooms, red rooms, disco room, and fully stocked bar, you party animal, ya.
We asked why did you sell it after all these years?
I'm a sucker for outdoor space, and I found a place with great outdoor space.
No, wait, here in New York?
Yeah.
Outdoor space in New York? He must have moved to Liberty Island, but that's cool.
We asked if he's had conversations with the new owners. And he says, yes, turns out it's this guy, Danny Strong, who was on Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Did you say, you know what? I think you would be good because of you both in Hollywood, or did you expect?
I think he would be good because he had the money to pay for the apartment.
3,500 square feet in New York is a lot.
Mine was 500 square feet. I love that apartment.
You wouldn't love it if you were in it now.
I was on the 55th floor. I had a sweeping view of the Hudson. I had a living room, dining room, a small kitchen.
All of it was small. You're like a small kitchen. So was the living room. So was the bedroom.
Yeah, but so was the guy living in it.
You're the best, Andy. Congrats on the new place.
Nicki Minaj claims Jay-Z owes her $200 million.
How?
Well, once upon a time, she signed with Tidal, her, Madonna, Usher, and a bunch of other celebrities, and she never got paid out, so now she's going on a rampage against Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Megan Thee Stallion, anybody associated with them, they're getting the rockets. She accused Jay-Z of ruining hip-hop.
Ruining hip-hop?
With his capitalism, with his Super Bowls, with his not paying the artists.
Nicki is fierce.
She's ready. She's ready to take on Jay-Z and Megan Thee Stallion at the same time.
I don't know where this came from.
Right.
This morning, I woke up out of a dream. I was somehow the MC of a concert that featured Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. and I had to kind of bridge the two of them. And I had to create lines.
This is your dream come true.
No, it was
two people who hate each other and you get to be in the middle.
Two women hating each other.
It was,
you had to bring them together?
It was so traumatic.
You woke up fully aroused.
It was so...
Coming up.
Grock, the AI chatbot that is on Twitter that you can ask questions and so forth, has gone full Hitler. Grock started giving answers embracing Hitler.
Do you know who loses to me? Grock. Because it's so close.
That would be a good feature, though, on Twitter. Ask Grock.
Ask Grock, it's like touchdown.
Coming up.
Olivia Rodrigo's guitarist, Daisy Spencer, she revealed the big perk that Olivia provides for all her band members.
Free therapy.
Be right back.
And I want you to count out loud.
That's body cam footage of Mary Lou Retton reminding cops she's a gymnastic legend during her recent DUI arrest.
I gotta do my job no matter who you are.
Oh my God, West Virginia's first daughter.
Back in May, Mary Lou Retton in West Virginia was arrested for a DUI.
And this new footage shows the cops putting her through field sobriety tests, including walking in a line, aka the balance beam.
You should be pretty good at this, huh?
Yeah.
She nailed that line.
She definitely did. Unfortunately, the other tests didn't go as well, including following the finger without moving your head and balancing on one leg, which may have resulted in 2/10 of a deduction because she was then arrested. But Mary Lou tried her best to flaunt her celebrity status.
She pulls the first daughter thing.
He's too young to know who I am.
I know who you are.
Oh my God, West Virginia's first daughter.
But it didn't work. She pled no contest to a DUI charge and paid a $100 fine.
This is sad. It's really sad. She was the star of the Olympics.
She was on the Wheaties box, dude.
She wasn't just West Virginia's first daughter. She was America's first daughter.
She was our Nadia Comaneci.
The younger people may not know that reference.
Mary Lou was the Billie Jean King of gymnastics.
Who was the Jim Brown of tennis, who was the Mario Andretti of football, who was the Bobby Fischer of auto racing, who was the Harvey Levin of chess. Hope you're doing okay, Mary Lou.
Olivia Rodrigo's guitarist, Daisy Spencer, she was on a podcast and she revealed the big perk that Olivia provides for all her band members and all her crew while they're on tour and off tour.
Olivia and our tour manager, Marty Hom, made accessible and free therapy.
Oh.
And that reignited the importance of therapy to me.
We have free therapy too through Fox. We have 30 minutes free therapy.
We also have free trauma.
Yeah. No, actually, you get paid for the trauma.
That's true.
She said it's a huge perk.
I utilized the crap out of that. And it was even during the off time, we also still had access to this resource.
Is there such a thing as too much therapy?
Yeah. Probably.
It's just funny, like Fleetwood Mac used to get a cap full of cocaine every night when they went on stage because the manager's like, we got to keep them under control. Now, like, we need to get each of you a therapist and a safe space.
That is one of the best things you can give to people.
AI. It can write our term papers. It can create hilarious photos. And it can espouse the sentiments of our most despised despots.
Grock, the AI chatbot that is on Twitter that you can ask questions and so forth, has gone full Hitler.
Yes, it all started when a woman named Cindy Steinberg referred to the children who died in the Texas flood, saying,
These Christian people would have been fascists. Good thing they died.
So somebody, knowing this story is out there, said, which 20th century historical figure would be best suited to deal with this problem of criticizing the girls who died in the Texas flood?
Grock responded that there's only one historical figure who could deal with radicals like Cindy Steinberg and her vile anti-white hate.
Adolf Hitler, no question. He'd spot the pattern and handle it decisively every damn time.
So they're saying if you want to cure liberalism, Hitler's the guy to do it.
Well, no, I think it's different. I think they're saying if you want to deal with liberal Jews, because it's Steinberg. And I think the word Steinberg is really relevant here.
Because that's how Grock works. It scans for information and pulls keywords.
The Hitlery posts were removed, but when you think about it,
this is what democracy is. It's not speech that you tolerate, it's speech that you hate. And that's why, back in the day, the ACLU fought fought in court to allow Nazis to march in Skokie, Illinois. And that was the bellwether of free speech. And it's changed now where people are saying, oh, it should only be the speech we like. But what I'm saying is, for free speech, you have to tolerate what you find abhorrent.
But does the responsibility for Grock's speech actually fall to someone else?
And then the issue is, do you tell the person who controls Grock, you have to dial it down?
Set it on mild.
Can you say less Hitler?
Not sure there's an actual dial, but if there is, setting it to less Hitler isn't the worst idea. None of this will matter when AI takes over and murders us all. Goodbye, everybody!
Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson is the latest person to work towards bringing back an extinct animal. There is a large bird called the moa, which is big in New Zealand, and apparently Peter Jackson has the largest private collection of moa bones.
So random. It's giving ostrich.
No, moas are very famous. Moas have been on the map for a long time.
So the moa is 12 feet. It's been extinct for 600 years due to hunting. And so he's working with a company called Colossal Biosciences, and they're gonna genetically engineer and bring back this bird.
Extinct animals are extinct for a reason. That's a bad idea to play God.
Derek, what about fertility clinics?
No, but that's different than de-extincting.
Funny you're bringing up fertility clinics to Derek, because he was a big donor.
You donated?
I made a few deposits. Wow. They used to pay you $50 a pop in Boston.
They don't show photos, do they?
I feel sad for the children out there.
There's just going to be 1 million people who stiff waiters in 20 years.
Coming up.
It is the best time of year, Amazon Prime Day, all the deals.
Yes.
And we know what certain celebrities are getting. Leah Kateb from Love Island, because she's a Swiftie, she got the unofficial Taylor Swift Eras Tour sticker book.
Yeah!
What? It is the best time of year, Amazon Prime Day, all the deals, all the good stuff, and we know what certain celebrities are getting.
Oh, what they're buying.
Yeah, and like they could put together like a list so you can see what they want, and then you can go on and buy it too.
So Harry Jowsey from Too Hot to Handle and Leah Kateb from Love Island have made their Amazon Prime list available. So you can see what they got and get links to all the items if you go to our site, go to tmz.com/deals or scan the QR code that's on the screen right now.
What are they getting?
Harry, there's some fun stuff. He got a pickleball set. He got some Calvin Klein boxer briefs, which is basically outerwear for him. He got Laneige lip sleeping mask.
This sleep mask is the best.
On your lips?
Like, you know how you have like crusty lips? You literally put like the lip mask, you wake up in the morning, you're hydrated.
How much is the Laneige? It's $16.80 marked down from $24. Leah got some stuff for staying in shape. She got some dumbbells, headphones to listen to while you're working out, a Rubbermaid 44-piece food container set because you got a meal prep, and because she's a Swiftie, she got the unofficial Taylor Swift Eras Tour sticker book.
Yeah!
What? Are you an online shopper?
Yes.
What's the last thing you got?
I'm not going to tell you.
Coming up.
Sophie Turner is addressing a very controversial topic, the sex scenes on Game of Thrones.
I definitely got my sex education from that show.
But that's not the way to learn.
What's the way to learn? How did you guys learn about sex?
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Everything I learned from Game of Thrones. Wow. And a bit from my parents.
Sophie Turner is addressing a very controversial topic, the sex scenes on Game of Thrones. So she's saying that these sex scenes were basically her sex education.
I definitely got my sex education from that show. Wow. And more than enough.
Not advised.
Yeah.
Not advised.
Being part of that set was like her adolescence, her like journey to adulthood.
That's so disturbing because like Daenerys was raped, there's all these like orgies, there's incest.
There was very little consensual sex in the entire 7-season run of that show. I mean, it was
No,
all...
there was some, and it was hot.
It was pretty hot.
Yeah. It's like you guys are taking it as like a dark way, but she's kind of saying, I learned a lot. Like,
But that's not the way to learn. You don't learn that way.
What's the way to learn? How did you guys learn about sex?
We learned from the internet.
That's not even learning though, because the real thing isn't anything like that.
All of that is the last 40 years or so. So what did people do before?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Trial and error. I made a fundamental error and
you tried and then you moved on to something else.